Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the fourth and final part of the series when I went out to see Tony Ashwell out at Ashwell Industries and checked out all the Ai2 products that he's making for the BX series. In this video you're going to see a lot of the different accessories that you can put on your BX and modify it a little bit and make it a little bit better for you. So, check it out. Alright, so we're over here in another corner of the shop, and Tony's got a whole shelf full of different products.
It's all our little things, like the stuff that you buy online, the accessory side of things, that's for like our front tie downs. And they're separated because they are left and right handed.
Okay.
So some people, I'm not sure if everybody realizes that. We're probably going to do a video, like we've talked all these different videos, showing like how to install these and kind of explaining that, because I don't send along like an installation sheet that says, okay, that steps it all out so you can do that.
Yep.
And if people have problems, I just tell them give me a call or something if there is an issue. Because I've seen where people send me pictures and these are on backwards.
And they put them on backwards, sure.
Because these should technically
line up
face.
so
you know, this should point towards the front of the tractor, this should point towards the back. So, because you're typically hooking here and pulling in that direction, so you don't want to be pulling down like that.
Yep.
So that's how they're designed to work.
Makes sense.
So
Put
you
your
got
hooks
left
on
and
right.
righties of those. These are bolt-on bucket tie downs.
Okay.
Or factory bolt bucket tie downs, and these have that spacer, because technically you could just bolt these on like this, and this all this spacer does is raise it up to
raise it up
above that lip.
bucket lip. Yeah, good idea.
And the 80 series.
What's that little spacer made out of?
It's a 1-inch high-density polyethylene.
Okay.
It's a plastic spacer.
All right.
Super strong stuff. It'll handle way more than you should be able to put through that tractor.
Okay.
And it's lightweight, and the nice thing is it doesn't rust. You won't. You won't get any rust from it.
Yep.
It acts as like an isolator, so when you clamp down on it, it'll actually. It won't vibrate.
It's like a hockey puck, huh?
Yeah, and then it's actually designed with a slot in it, if you see, because if you try to put one right in the middle, they've got that gusset in there, and it gets in the way. So I got it set so this will actually slide a little out of position. So your mount will actually kind of look like this in that middle one. But that's why it's slotted like that. So,
makes sense.
And if your holes are a little bit off, it just gives you a little bit of freedom there. And then I've also changed the hook. We went from this design, and these hooks are rated at 5,000 pounds a piece.
Wow.
Well, the price of these things with all our new tariff stuff is like doubled.
Okay.
So they've gotten expensive.
All right.
And then the supplier I used, I called him about getting some, and he's like, yeah, we haven't even ordered any, and it's going to be like 60 days minimum from when we actually order them to get them. So then I went to a hook that it's basically the same thing made out of 3/8.
Makes sense.
That we
you
can
don't
just cut.
There's no reason to put a 5,000 pound hook on your bucket anyway. So
and
what you came up with looks a little bit more.
Yeah, and it's
cost effective.
It's more cost effective. The price of steel, I mean, it's cheaper than buying these, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's still some cost.
It does the same job.
But it does the job, and this will handle anything that BX can put through.
Sure. Yep.
And it's much more controllable as far as cost is going. And these things, the way they're considered a weld-on, so they're made out of cast steel versus a cast iron. So they were a weld-on style hook, but they never actually would weld very nice. You ended up with a lot of impurities coming out of these things. So it was hard to get a nice, good solid weld.
So you're getting a stronger weld with what you came up with, and and
that burns on nicer.
Yeah.
It tab slots in, so it locates a little better, just like these.
Beautiful.
Everything tab slots in.
Very, very nice. I noticed some green stuff down there, Tony.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh-oh. We shouldn't talk about that?
I don't know if we want. We can show it just as, you know.
Yeah, no,
what do you want to call it? We're not
biased.
Politically correct word there, yeah.
Yeah, we're not biased. But
so I do have people.
Let's have some green things.
I do have people that request some green stuff, because I don't know how many of you remember or know this, but I did actually get started in John Deere parts. I wasn't a Kubota guy at first. And actually, when I first was introduced to a BX, I kind of thought, why would somebody buy one of these things? Because I'm like, I was green through and through. Well,
you know what?
I say that about the John Deere now. I'm like, so why would somebody buy the Deere?
That's where I was to begin with. I thought I would be going green before I bought my BX, and I have no regrets.
And I'm like, the more I worked with the BX, the more I got to know it, the more appealing it became, and the better the tractor was. And then you see where and I don't beat up on John Deere because they still make a good product.
Yes.
But Kubota's product is just
it's a little
better.
It's a little superior. Yep, it is a little better.
Their engines are definitely better, and Yanmar's is what John Deere uses. They are great engines.
It's not a bad engine.
No, but it's not as good as
it's not a
Kubota
Kubota
the
engine.
reputation of the Kubota, yeah.
Right.
And when you look at small engines and people that buy industrial power plants, especially in them smaller sizes, it's almost always Kubota.
Yep, yeah, it's very true. So what else do we got down here?
So down here, these are kind of contraband or whatever you want to call it. These are
Contraband. Huh?
they're for myself. I designed this rear hitch for my own purpose,
All right.
and it actually.
That's a nice looking hitch. So these are kind of for your buddies and things.
Yeah, I got buddies that want them. I just make them up every once in a while.
They look awesome. A lot of different adjustment holes on those.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I got a Dodge pickup, so it sits kind of tall.
Sure. Yeah.
And I wanted something that I could adjust the rear hitch.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Up and down.
Pretty
so it's
nice.
got 2 5/16 and a 2-inch ball, which are your most common.
Oh yeah.
The 1 7/8 are still
If you're going to
kinda
need a
out
hitch like that, you're going to need a ball that size. So.
Right. And then it's got this plate here, which is basically a pintle plate, so you can take a pintle hitch and it bolts right to that.
Okay.
So then because what I used to have is about 5 or 6 of those receiver hitch tubed in the back of my truck for different balls, different drops, different configurations, and I'm like, I'm sick of all these stupid hitches in my truck.
Now you got a multi-purpose unit that you made. That's nice.
Yeah, so now I got this, and I got one of these in the hitch all the time, and then one of these under the seat, and all my stuff right now is pintle, so I rarely use the ball anymore.
So if someone wanted to buy one of those from you, Tony, is it possible?
It's possible, yeah.
Okay.
I just put the disclaimer out there because they're not DOT certified or anything, so I just typically sell them to guys that I know that are on. I say I've put more weight behind them things than you should really put behind a pickup.
And they look plenty heavy duty.
Yeah, and I got a guy that uses his for truck pulling too.
Okay.
He ties, so they take abuse.
Yeah.
I've thought about selling them to the truck pullers because those are just intended really just for competition use. They're not using them actually as a over the highway setup.
Yeah.
So that they're perfectly good for. But that's just kind of I get into all kinds of things. So we're just touching all that. The next thing we got here. So we've got our ball plate.
Okay. All right.
That's the back for either you got your BX guys that have, say, this is for the Generation 2 and 3 tractors, so the 50 series on up to the 80 series.
So there's a little bit of a difference in the way the frame's put together, everybody.
Right.
So
and this is the rear receiver hitch. This one don't have any decals on it, but for guys that really don't want the receiver hitch, but they want that tie-down capability, that's what that's for.
Oh, nice. So that incorporates the tie-down right into it.
Yep, you just unbolt your standard. I mean, you'll have one of these that comes with your tractor.
Yeah.
You just take that off, put that on in its place.
You made it better. That's just incorporate the tie downs into it. That was smart.
Yeah, and that was kind of a customer thing because a lot of ideas come from other customers. He's like, man, I'd love to have. I don't have any need for your hitch, but I really like that tie down. I'm like, are you serious? Like, just buy the hitch, And it's like, well, wait a minute. This is actually easy. I don't even have to weld anything. I just
all you got to do is cut it and paint it.
Yeah, I just cut and paint it. So it's actually a simpler product. But so that's what that is.
We talked about these front tie downs, but under here, what do we have?
This is going to be the all new BX backhoe tie down. I had to think about what the heck it was there. So this is replacing what was. Do I have an old one here somewhere? Here. Here's an old orange one.
Oh, okay.
This is what the previous one looked like, and it tied in between. We'll go over there and look at that one and show. But we can go over and see. Yeah, we'll just bring this with.
Okay.
So we can illustrate. We'll start with what the old one looked like. And this is. I don't know if this side's easier, that side's easier, but
let's see.
On that one. I should have had it on the tractor. That'd be even better.
Well, we're gonna get the idea.
We'll get
I'll come around this way and everyone.
Well, you can see this one here right now. The backhoe's actually sitting on that one.
Yeah, oh, sure, yeah.
Well, and it bolted here in between where the little flag here for the pin that holds that in place.
Yeah.
It bolted in there. Well, when they originally came out with the BX 24, this was just it was a clearance hole for basically a 3/8 It was a metric bolt, but the same size as a 3/8 bolt. And then they made the mount, because they can use this mount on left or right, it didn't matter which side, so they put the same hole on both sides, so it would work no matter what. So then originally it was this exact same thing, and it was just cross bolted with one long 3/8 grade 8 bolt. Well, then when they went to the 25D, I think the 25, like yours was still the old style, the 25D. Then they went to a threaded tapped hole in both sides, but then they just eliminated that nut. Well, to keep everybody from having to drill it out so they could put a cross bolt in, I ended up coming out and just using 2 grade 8 bolts that would come and meet in the middle. But then people were fighting threads different, or some had it, some didn't, knowing exactly which one, what model they had. So when they'd order them, you'd send it out, and some, like, hey, those bolts don't work, they're too short, what am I going to do? It just created a lot of problems. And then these were just more things that they were getting to be expensive to have this part machined.
Sure. I suppose
So I'm like, how do I get rid of having to have these machined? Because it's 1-inch shaft and it's cross drilled, but you send it to a machine shop so they could pound them out.
Well, I think you came up with a good solution.
So then I came out with this, and I'm like, well, what can we do that doesn't, you don't have to mess with this, and I like these clevises better for hooking to. So I came up with tying them in here where your bump stops are.
Sure, great idea.
And the bolts, actually I got a different nut and a lock washer that would come with it that you replace with the nylock one. But then it just bolts in here, and then you notice it's got this little tooth that comes up. And this is just wide enough so it just slides in there.
Just comes in there.
So when you pull on this thing, it actually binds and up against that big heavy plate there.
Yeah, that's what you want it to do.
Yeah, so the bolt really isn't, it's just more holding it in place. And once you pull, it binds itself in so that the mechanical force is on this plate and this plate, and the bolt is kind of just keeping it sucked together.
Makes sense.
So you're not going to shear that bolt off, or you shouldn't.
Oh, good.
So now that's kind of the new replacement. Actually, this is the first anybody's seeing of this one right now. I've not even, I think I got one guy that wants one. And
you're seeing it here first, folks.
So there, and that's a 3/8 plate.
And
then another chunk of 3/8 here, so it makes it 3/4 of an inch right there. And that's, these clevises I think are rated at 2,000 pounds a piece or 3,000 pounds a piece. I'd have to look.
That ought to do it. That's going to hold the BX down nice and secure.
I think if I look real quick, I think it said on the label here. 6,500 pounds a piece. It's the working load.
6,500 pounds, huh?
Yeah, they're rated for 6,500 pounds.
I don't know if that'll be enough.
So we might need to go to the next size bigger, just in case.
Yeah, right.
You want to dangle 2 of them from a tree.
A really, really big tree.
Yeah, I mean, that's about all that I have up here. I've got our BX, what is it called? The 7326 rear auxiliary valve kit that's been laying here for about almost 2 years now.
Oh yeah, so your rear remotes is basically what that is.
That's going to go on. There's a video coming for that.
All right, we're waiting to see that one. I'm waiting to see that one too. That'll be fun install.
I got a couple different things kind of planned for that.
All right.
Some accessory type things for guys that want to add a third function, kind of on a budget in a sense. Because this kit from Kubota is only about $350.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's a pretty reasonable kit.
That's pretty reasonable.
It's available on the 80 series as well.
I think yes, it is.
It should be.
Yep, yes, it is.
Because there is actually a slot in your fender already for that.
Yep, it's there. It's like a missing part of my tractor that I almost have to get. I don't know if it's compatible with the cab that I have, but
that would be the kicker.
If I find out that it is compatible, and I find that I might have a use for it, I might have to get one.
Well, and if you actually go to the dealer and say, I've got a BX, a 25D, they're going to say it won't fit that.
Yeah.
And it's not that it won't fit it.
It's a
what
part
it is,
number,
it's designed to work with a 2370 or a 60 or whatever with the straight roll bar.
All right.
Well, the tractor loader backhoe roll bars flare out.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, the mount isn't compatible
the mount
with that.
is different.
So I'm going to come up with a new mount so you can
so-
still put it on there.
So the kit is perfectly compatible. It's just the mounting system
The mount
is
is
a little
not
different.
designed for that.
Makes sense.
Uh,
Okay.
It's not designed for the backhoe roll bar. It's
Sure,
designed for
sure.
the straight up, the
Yep.
standard roll bar is all.
All right.
But
Well,
yeah, that's
man,
that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
that's your story and sticking to it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tony, it's really been, it's been a pleasure for me to
Yeah, I'm glad
tour
you were
your
able to
shop a little
stop
bit and get a video.
It's cool to have people come over and actually, especially somebody that on the BX page that people are familiar with.
Yeah, well, I hope you're familiar with me. I keep putting videos out there for you guys to watch. So I hope you like this video. It's been great for me to come and tour Tony's shop over here. It's just quite the place. He definitely is putting together a quality product. So this is the guy you want to go to.
We like to think so. Anyways.
You like to think
Yeah.
so. So thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up on this one. Hopefully this video gets a lot of likes. Subscribe to the channel. Go check out Tony's webpage. You want
Yep,
to plug your page?
The BX, our webpage is bxattachments.com, so you can check out all the new products and see the new layout of the website as well. Plus our Facebook page we have, it's just Asheville Industries / AI2 Products Facebook page, and then our BXer network page that John is also a part of as well.
All right. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Keep on tractoring, and God bless.